Aquarians need to verify what they know and update their data intake. They're normally good at it, or telling others that they don't know something when they do not know. They're looking to find all the reference points. They're triple movement oriented within their mind, lightning quick, scrubbing through data, making a plan, mastering subjects. They can master subjects very quickly. They're very goal-oriented, process-oriented. They love organizing data. Yeah, so I'm like constantly always studying. I have playlists on YouTube. I have like 3,000, at least probably 4,000 by now, notes in my iPhone. I am always, when I gather information, I always categorize it, save it in a playlist, save it in notes. I'm extremely organized, so Aquarians definitely love to organize information and cite their sources. They want others to share their thoughts with them to help their own moral compass. So Aquarians are very open-minded and they love communicating with other people about serious topics. Aquarians walk around thinking that they're dumb, so that is why they're always studying. They do care about getting credit for what they do, so they are very focused on their reputation. They don't care. Aquarians don't care what other people think about them and their quirkiness or whatever. It's like, I don't care what people think about me, but I do want people to respect me. And I hold myself to very high standards. I'm extremely critical on myself. And I tried to do a very good job. I'm trying to give other people a good experience. And I do definitely care about my reputation. That is a very Aquarian thing. Like, you can not like me for what I think and feel. That's fine. But you better treat me with respect. So yeah, they do care about getting credit for what they do for others, like in projects or whatever the case might be. So it's like they just want their name in the credits after for producing something. It's all about reputation. They need thanked for their, say it's like I've always loved huge projects, and I will be the one behind the scenes studying, organizing, getting everything looking very good. I don't want to present it necessarily. Making videos has been it's been like a 9-10 year process for me. I've been practicing making videos for like a decade now, and I'm slowly starting to feel more comfortable with it. Yeah, I'm like seriously perfectionistic to my core. It's so frustrating, but I prefer to be behind the scenes. I love organizing. I love helping promote other people's businesses, stuff like that. It's taken a long time for me to get to a point of pushing myself out there as my own brand, so to speak. And it's like, the introverted, like, I can do this. I'm doing videos by myself, and I'm trying to produce the best information that I can in an organized, coherent way. I can do this one-on-one with people. I love doing one-on-one things with people in person, but when it comes to, trying to gather a whole bunch of people together, like, I'm just an introvert. Like, this is easier for me to do a video on YouTube rather than trying to hold attention from a big group of people and lecturing people. That's not really my jam. Yeah. So we're kind of behind the scenes to a degree, is what I was really trying to say. So they do have the ISFJ. That's the personality type that I do not use. There's 4 extra in the psychological arena. There's 12 zodiac signs, and there's 16 in the MBTI. So there's 4 I don't use, but the ISFJ is an earth temperament. astrologically speaking. That is in the superego, the four sides of the mind of an Aquarius. So they can turn into the judge, jury, and executioner all in one when they're in their demon mode, Aquariuses. Aquariuses will behead you or completely cut you off from them for all of eternity because they will, door slam and you will be dead to them. If you betray an Aquarius's trust, they'll just door slam you completely. You just got executed mentally and that's it. No longer even human to them. Yeah, so Aquariuses can definitely cut people off easily. So they are always assuming other people's are shady. If anyone asks to explain why they got caught off by an Aquarius, they won't explain because they think that others are too stupid to get it. There's nothing else to talk about. Yeah, so they can tend to stupid zone people and door slam. Their time is everything. So Aquariuses, they can have an absolute terrible sleep-wake schedule. They have no internal body clock. Can be a very hard but terrible issue. They can be like night owls and they're constantly thinking and doing things. There's never enough freaking time in the day. There is never enough time in the day. There's always something to do. There's always something to work on. And so, yeah, that's a big issue for an Aquarius, is turning off their mind and having a healthy scheduled routine. So Aquarians they are the trailblazer. Like Aries, they're very trailblazing in what they do. Their purpose in life is to become a master of any skill. They must use those skills so they don't lose it. They need to continuously practice. They're always focused on the best way to do something, not always aware of what others are getting out of this situation. They're all about optimization. They're trying to find the highest level of morality and live life based on principles. So one of my favorite quotes is, it's not the point, it's the principle. So Aquarians they have high conviction in their thoughts and actions. They're very intentional with themselves. They're focused on their own goals. They're very intentioned with their time, what they're working on. And that is why they're not so much aware of what other people's intentions are. So, introverted intuition hero, they believe anything is possible. They believe that they can get whatever they want. But it also can make it hard to let go of things. They're willing to do whatever it takes to make things happen. This can make them very super high performers. No one can outperform an NI hero. Extremely dedicated people. It can be really hard to get them going, but once they're going on something, they're extremely, extremely willful and loyal to that path or person. So it can be very hard for them to let go of things. Like whatever is in their NI, whatever they're studying and doing, it becomes their entire identity. So they can tend to procrastinate. They need to hold themselves to deadlines. They always have something to prove and have to have some great work to prove they can perform and that they are smart. They can have very serious abandonment issues. It's hard to give trust to others, but that causes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you can't trust others, you can't expect it to go both ways. The responsibility is on both people. They can tend up pulling away from people because of the extroverted intuition nemesis. They're afraid of being betrayed. That is where their major worry and fear is. So they need structure with the Saturn. They can be very rigid in their ideas and self-disciplined. But then Uranus is like the magician and liberator, so they can be very torn between truth and love and respect for tradition. They do believe individuals are capable of their own choices. They have a noble concern for fellow mankind. They get to see the reality of forms of reality and communication, so they're trying to understand the reality in those realms mentally. They build stability with their associations, but they do tend to put limitations on others as well. Major vulnerability for Aquarius is someone going too far into their thoughts. They form certain walls and detachments and want to be the one to initiate how far things go in relationships. So they share a bit of that with Sagittarius, feeling the need to escape. They form different walls and detachments. They won't let someone go too far into their thoughts because it's a vulnerability. This is the type of relationship that we have, no more, no less. So they're always putting walls up, keeping the space between themselves and other people. It takes mental procedures to do this. They need to know how someone acts and thinks, has to base off experiences, mentally have to feel comfortable with a person in order for someone to get to know Aquarius. Aquariuses are not just going to let someone in willy-nilly. Give an Aquarius appreciation when they give you time because they're always analyzing you. They actually care about you when they give you their time. They don't enjoy being routine, but they do like creating processes for other people. Yeah, so they're very masculine, top 4 masculine, most career focused. Super narrow tunnel vision and always focusing on their own goals. Can make themselves be a part of the pack, sees and communicates to everyone the same to the point it becomes bland. They are very aware that it's all about who you know in life. So they are very blissfully unaware of how others feel, but have a huge moral compass. We will get into the introverted feeling morality in the next section. So they do have major performance anxiety, can make them keep people at a distance, as well as their need for ultimate loyalty or avoid new experiences altogether. Paranoid about others' intentions and can jump to conclusions based on assumptions and cut people entirely off too quickly and forever. Don't ask an Aquarius about their past because that is a major trigger. It is hard to remember timelines and past experiences. All right, so I think that's all for that section for now.